This is Ryan Mack with Operation Hope, and we are here at the Small Business Expo Northwest Activity Center, hosted by Operation Hope, Wayne County CRA Association, led by Fifth Third Bank here. And we have a whole slew of resources, and I'm standing with a strong sister right here. Strong sister Piper Carter doing her thing in the community. Thank you so much, Piper, for joining us at the Small Business Expo.
Thank you so much for creating this great event for the community.
Now you have I saw a post on Facebook the other day, because you do the J Dilla Youth Day. You do the hip hop, you do arts, you do so many things in the community, but you've got something coming up that I think the community needs to be aware of, because right around September, it's going to be dropping and they need to be aware of it. Talk a little bit about what your next venture is.
So my next venture is called the Studio Arena, and it's a sustainable fashion magazine geared towards women of color, specifically black women. And so it's launching in September, and the main reason that I'm targeting women of color and black women is because in my market research, I've learned that trillions of dollars are spent by black women on beauty and hair care and fashion products. And so a part of what I would like to create is an online place for there to be an ecosystem of black businesses dealing in fashion, so that those monies could go back into the black hands that spend them.
Now you do a lot for the community, and the beautiful part about every venture that you do, there's always a community focus, and I don't think that it's recognized enough that especially individuals like yourself who are so community minded. What gives you the inspiration, and how do you become so sustainable by also not only helping yourself to put some money in your pocket, but at the same time investing in the community, which is as I grow, we grow type of mentality? How do you do it?
Well, I have to say that my upbringing, I come from a long line of entrepreneurs. My entire family is full of entrepreneurs, and so I was taught internally about entrepreneurship, and but from the level of that we are a community, and that entrepreneurship is important to sustain your community and to have a viable community to be able to do business with and to have support from. My family is huge supporters of Coleman A. Young. Okay. Coleman A. Young invested in entrepreneurs and black entrepreneurs and made sure that the landscape was ripe for black entrepreneurs in this city. And so just from growing up in Detroit, I grew up in the 70s and 80s in Detroit, Michigan, and that's a time when a lot of black business people were creating successful businesses, and I had a lot of really great models around me. So I would say that that's where the inspiration basically comes from. I went to Howard University. I'm very much a believer in building community and sustaining community. And that's because I look at my community and I see the beauty that's in my community, but I also see what needs to be improved. And I see that a lot of times there is not necessarily traditional help for people that have not been trained in business development.
Now, Detroit, there's about 7.2 square miles of downtown that's getting a lot of love. But then we have 144 square miles in this city. What gives you hope when individuals like yourself and you see other business owners who are from the 144 square miles, what gives you hope to know that there are people that actually care about every part of Detroit, not just the downtown area?
Okay, I'm going to say something that's kind of controversial.
Say it.
But I believe in God.
Oh.
And so for number one, I believe that God is the one true aspect of this world that's always going to love us and be here for us. So I know that's not necessarily what you say in business, but it's for me as a believer in a spiritual person, I can only have hope because I believe in a God that loves me and my people. I believe in a God that supports us and has been supporting us through all of the atrocities, our successes, and all the way to now. And I don't believe in a weak God that's going to leave us. I believe in a strong God that is there for us. So my hope is that more of us can have more hope, because there is hope, and it may seem dismal right now, and things are pretty dismal. At the same time, though, we are very resourceful people, and we have always been resourceful with way less, and we've actually done more with less. And so many of us do have education, many of us do have experience, many of us do have resources, just like yourself. You're bringing this whole organization into the neighborhood, into the community, so that people in the community are aware of all the resources. So as long as there's people like you around, and others like you that are doing this kind of thing, I always have hope.
Piper Carter, you heard it here first. Come September, and before then and after then at the same time, she's making moves. Thank you, Piper.
Thank you.
My sister.
Thanks for